What's poppin'? Brand new whip just hopped in. Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought we'd like spice it up a little bit, do something new, something that I haven't done yet, which is the same thing I just said, just reworded. Lately, that was embarrassing. Lately, me and my girlfriend have been back into Pokemon Go.
I play Pokemon Go every day.
I used to play a lot in like junior high, and then growing up I was like really big into like Pokemon cards and like Pokemon the show.
What the flip?
And making my own Pokemon. That was also cool for me. Recently as well, I've been interested in maybe doing that again. I don't know, I'm at art school, art's always on my mind. We're wrapping up the semester right now, and I just want to make my own project. So today I thought kind of go back to like what little kid me would have done and make some custom Pokemon. I thought I'd make it even more fun though, and kind of find a theme, and that theme today is going to be FRUTIGER AERO. Because I've been really big into it recently for some reason, and it fits the vibe of nostalgia and, you know, making myself feel like a kid again, I guess. I don't know. Just thought it was a cheeky idea. I'm thinking I'll take inspiration from some the FRUTIGER AERO type aesthetic stuff, and then make my own Pokemon on it. Just jump right into it. I don't know. I kind of wish I had more like Pokemon merchandise and stuff. The only thing I have, I don't even know if you can see it, but it's up there. It's somewhere. It's a Detective Pikachu poster. That's like the only thing, and then I have like 2 Funko Pops. That's about it. Whoa. I wish I had like a shirt. Actually, wait. I think I got an idea. One sec.
One eternity later.
This is my DIY Pokemon shirt for today. We getting crafty in it, B. Also, you know what y'all are probably thinking, like, yo, what the haircut? This guy got a new cut? And I did. So, let's get into the video. So, like I mentioned, big into this FRUTIGER AERO stuff right now. My whole TikTok feed, pretty much, is just FRUTIGER AERO now. Let's see how many I can find, or how long it takes me. It probably won't be now, because I'm saying something about it. Oh, here we go. Chuck E. Cheese FRUTIGER AERO type video. Yeah, or this. It's either FRUTIGER AERO or like this. So, very cool stuff. Yo, follow me.
Oh my God,
Oh,
hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
yeah, there it is. Yeah, go follow me up. I've been saving a ton of stuff for this video to kind of go back and look at to get some inspiration, but basically there's like a ton of sub-aesthetics to FRUTIGER AERO, and maybe we're gonna kind of take inspiration from all of them. Okay, actually, we might have had our first one here. So this is Dark AERO, and there's kind of like something up in the corner, so I'm gonna focus, but something like that kind of looks kind of cool. I thought it was like some sort of like plant thing, so maybe we'll kind of play with that for our first Pokemon. I'll be using Abyss paint, because I ain't nothing but a broke boy. I'd love to get Procreate at some point, but yeah, I got no money for that. But you know what? We make do with what we got. So let's get right into it. Like for further inspiration and kind of like body type, I'm thinking I'm gonna do something kind of bell spurty, with the head kind of being the orb thing. Believe it or not, I've actually never really done drawing on an iPad. I've always used my phone, but I've heard it's way more, like, just way better. Yeah, hopefully that's true. I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's a bigger surface. To start off, I'm gonna start with kind of the top. I'm kind of thinking to looking like some sort of like piranha planty type of thing. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of drawing this orb. confused with what typing I should go for though. I should go for like dark, because it's dark arrow, but then also could go like metal, because it's kind of looking a little metal-y, if you're catching my drift. Okay, I'm actually liking that. This is what the face is kind of looking like so far, but I'm not done. Kind of something like that. This is kind of a hard part. I have a hard part like when I do a circle of objects that are like not just normal shapes. I struggle to find how it's gonna end. So right now I'm kind of like struggling here with it because I don't really know what way to go. I mean, we can just try both ways, I guess. Ooh. I don't know, this went downhill really quickly. Maybe something like this. And then, oh wait. Oh, but I might have fixed it. That could low-key be his eye. I was gonna put the eyes at the top here for the mouth, but they could work. It could work better in the center, I'm thinking. The shading's gotta be like the most annoying part. I wish there was like an auto shade. Did I say shaving?
The shading's gotta be like the most annoying part.
Anyway, shading like sucks. Like, I wish there was like an auto shade feature, but it's part of, you know, the artistic practice. And it looks great once it's shaded, man. Especially right now, because I'm really trying to go for like Pokemon. They're kind of like shaded and colored and like rendered kind of differently, in my eyes anyway, than a lot of other like renders and stuff for other things, which I mean makes sense because like different artists and stuff, but there's just something about all of them, they're kind of all rendered a certain way, so I'm kind of going for that. I don't know how well I'm doing, but I'm pretty proud of it so far, so yeah, that's about all I have to say. Alright, so he's done. This is what we're looking at. I kind of took inspiration, of course, from that ball for the head, and then on the bottom, kind of like the stemmy part of him, I saw in the picture there's also a kind of like, you know, like backgrounds and stuff, that kind of thing. I kind of went for kind of to look like that, like kind of those weird, that's kind of what I was going for there, which is also in the dark arrow or whatever it was called. The bottom kind of looks like a seed with him kind of popping up, which is kind of interesting. Maybe there can be like a baby Pokemon, which is the seed. I might do evolutions actually. I kind of got an idea for an evolution, and then maybe I can do a baby Pokemon with the seed.
Later.
Alright, so the full evolution line is done. I ended up doing this for the kind of baby first basic stage. It's like a seed.
What the fuck?
And then obviously it will evolve into like this, which I kind of imagine as like the plant, kinda. And then you can evolve that into, it's kind of made to look like a bit of a tree thing. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe it's going for, like seed to plant to tree type thing. Cool little fun fact here. You'll notice that as the basic, this thing right here, when it's fully evolved into the tree, its hands kind of become the seed guy, and I think kind of going a bit into the lore, that's how they would like reproduce. Kind of crazy that I'm talking about Pokemon reproducing, FRUTIGER AERO Pokemon reproducing. I didn't think I'd be talking about that at this point in my life. Actually, at any point in my life, to correct myself. But I'm happy with it. I think it's really cool. I think it's a good start. I'm gonna throw up on screen like everything I designed with shinies. Hey guys, voiceover Evan here. Basically, I'm just coming at you to tell you about why I chose this name and stuff, because this is after I filmed the video, of course. Pretty easy one to guess here. Fruta came from FRUTIGER AERO, and then of course that was a seed, the second one was a plant, and then the last one was a tree. But fruit tree, to me, I guess in the moment didn't seem good, so it was just fruit tree. Yeah, it shows grass type and dark type. I think that was the most fitting. because, you know, we talked about the dark thing earlier, and then the grass, it's a plant. I went on to do some shinies. The first one I would have done would have been the middle one. I kind of was using the Unova shinies as a reference since I find they kind of have really cool colors. Then we have FRUTIGER, which is also just purple. It's a bit lighter. And the last one, I was like, I just don't really want to do purple, so I did it blue. And I think it's honestly my favorite of the three. I really like how I did the kind of the black and white, I'm gonna call them wires as well. That was about it for this guy. Yeah. So a big thing I'm kind of noticing in all these FRUTIGER AERO things, like even the different ones, very bubbly. You know, there's a lot of bubbles and stuff. Yeah, like there's a whole bubble arrow type section. Yeah, there you go. So why don't we just make a bubble type guy? That could be cool. Obviously that would be a water type. I'm thinking we just jump right into it. I'm thinking I'm gonna go for kind of like a pretty simple vibe to start. I might just draw a circle, keeping it $1.50. I literally might just draw a circle and put eyes on it. That will be our basic Pokemon. I kind of want the eyes to be more spread out. That honestly, that might be it. Hey, yo! I think it looks great. Coloring, we're gonna go light, kind of tealish. A lot of teal in these FRUTIGER AERO characters, which I think is super sick. Teal's a great color. I'll keep it $1.50. I don't really know how I'm feeling about this one. Maybe add some more things up here. That might have... I don't know, man. Does that save it? Not really, but, that's what we have right now. That's what we're kind of working with. Just a bubble guy. Just a chill guy. He's just bubbling around. I think for the evolve form, maybe what we'll do is just make a giant bubble guy, and it will be like one of those, like, when you play Pokemon Go, it'll be like, catch 400 bubble dudes, and then you can get the big bubble king or something. So I'm gonna design him now, and then we can just what is it saying? We'll regroup. I don't know. There's only, I don't know.
1 hour later.
So our balloon guy, not balloon, our bubble guy is done. Here he is. This is the one we already saw. But then he evolves, apologies, into the king bubble guy. He only looks a little like the Pringles mascot, but I kind of mess with it. I kind of think he's cool. He looks like he'd be someone that would be powerful, and yeah, I like him. I mess with him. I think he's kind of cool. I tried to incorporate this kind of like 3D bubble thing with like the lines kind of. I don't really know how it turned out. It kind of looks weird down here on the feet. That looks crazy, actually. For the most part, it looks cool. I think the crown was a really cool addition. I really like the mustache. It kind of looks like, it's giving me like Mario Galaxy type vibes. So I'm going to throw up the graphic of the shiny and kind of just the overview of the Pokemon. What's up, guys? Voiceover Evan back here. Basically for this one I just called it Blubbid, which is kind of like a play on Bubble Kid, but everything's just kind of like messed around and stuff. For the evolution, of course, we have Blub King, so I decided to do with that one. And then I was like, you know what, why don't we make a Blub Queen? And I was really happy with how that design turned out. Basically how it would work would be, if the Blubbid you get is male, it would become Blub King. If it was female, it would become Blub Queen. For the shinies, I decided to go green because, I mean, green is classic. You gotta have a green shiny. Most of them look terrible, but I'm happy with how these turned out. The biggest reason why I went with green, though, is because FRUTIGER AERO is kind of like blue and green are kind of like the big main colors. And I think that the bubbles are kind of like a staple of the FRUTIGER AERO aesthetic, so I just thought it made perfect sense. Alright, I think I'll do one more. I'm looking at some more aesthetics here. We already kind of covered the Frutiger Aqua kind of thing. There's Frutiger Eco. I'm here to roast kind of like earth stuff. And then Dorfic. And then like Vector Garden, Frutiger Aurora. That's kind of what we kind of incorporated with that in the first one. And then, oh, Frutiger Aero fruits. We could do a fruit kind of guy. The fruits, they kind of look glassy. So we could kind of do something about that. I'm kind of liking this middle picture here of, can you see that? Of the apples and like, I think it's like a, no, they're just apples. Glassy apples is kind of sick. Let's do something with the glassy kind of Frutiger Aero apples. So they're kind of glassy. They kind of look glassy apple with the glassy. They're kind of glassy. Green, pink, and kind of orange. An idea that came to my mind was kind of like one of all three. Like, you know, like kind of like execute. I don't really know how you say that one, but I think that could be cool. So kind of confused where to go exactly with the glass apples. There could be 3 of them, like execute, or I could just make one. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really want to do another circular kind of dude because I've already done that. So what we could do, ooh, I got a really good idea. A big thing, too, that I've noticed with Frutiger Aero is kind of like cats, just in general. What if we put a cat in the apple, and then it, like, evolves, kind of? I don't know. I think that could be cheeky. I don't know if I'm getting it exactly right, but I feel like I've seen a picture of a cat with an apple kind of head thing on. So maybe we can kind of have like a cat that starts in an apple that evolves into the apple head cat or something. I just really don't want to do another friggin', I don't want to do an apple guy. I've drawn a lot of apple guys in my lifetime. It's more fun to draw something else sometimes too. Get right into it. Apple guy, apple cat guy. I'm gonna try to make the apple look a bit blocky to kind of look like it's made from glass, but also in this it's kind of like perfect, so I'm actually gonna completely start over. Oh, this is actually adorable, dude. What? Oh, with the tail coming off the back, dude. What the heck? That's tough. That's tough. Alright, and it's finally done. Took me forever. Here is the basic form. It's pretty cute. I really like it. And then we got the evolve form. I think it'd be better if we do this, maybe? Yeah, there you go. So there's the evolve form. It's kind of like, I kind of said, you know what, maybe this cat is actually a tiger. That's what it is. What's up, guys? Voiceover Evan here one last time. For this one, I decided to go with Tapple because, you know, it's like cat apple. And then for the second one, I went a tiger because it's an apple tiger. Really proud with how they turned out. I think the inspiration is clear on this one, which is really cool. For the shinies, as much as I love a shiny that has colors completely changed, I also like a subtle one that's kind of like just like a lighter shade of the color, or like kind of just changes the eyes. So I kind of just did that with this one. I think they're actually my favorite shinies of the 3. I think they look really, really cool. The Tapple is adorable, I find. I think these two are probably my favorites. Or at least the small one, because I did really like the Fruit Plant as well. He was really cool. But yeah, that's it. That's gonna wrap it up for today. I think I'm pretty proud of the dudes that I made. Yeah, I think they look awesome. Hopefully you think the same. I had a really fun time doing it. It kind of brought me back to feeling like a kid, when I used to do it way back in the day. I feel like I could see myself doing like a whole series of this, like maybe making my own kind of Pokemon region, all kind of based off of like Frutiger Aero. But if you enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe. Like don't subscribe. Like, don't. Like, that will like be so lame if you do that. Like it's just like, why would you ever consider that? Thanks for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day, afternoon, noon, night, midnight, whatever time of day it is. Keep it breezy.